configuration service. We've got our application here, and it is running. And you can see if we go and search for something like Visual Studio, it says there are no results that match our search. We want to configure this from a central location. So we are going to create a Azure configuration service. App configuration. With the standard values. Okay, looks good, great. And we are done. We need to copy that endpoint here for later use. And it's that endpoint that we're going to need later to configure the application. Okay, let's go to the app service and enable managed identity. It is already on. And I'm going to copy the object ID for that identity. If it isn't on, switch it on. It'll take a little while and then you'll get that ID. Save it. Okay, we've got that. Now we need to give that identity access to the app configuration. Access control. So we're going to add a role assignment. App configuration data reader. We'll give our identity the permission to read settings from the app configuration service. Now we can search for the managed identity that we created earlier. This is now going to have access. And it worked. Added role assignment worked. Next step, we're going to configure the web app to know about the app configuration. For this, we're going to set some configuration variables. First one, use app config, is to tell the application that it should use the app configuration service. Second one is for the application to know where the app configuration service is, and we copied that earlier. So this is the location of our app configuration service. Apply. It takes a little, and it's then usually better to restart the application, to stop and start the application, to be sure that these environment variables are read by the application, which usually only happens if the application is restarted. So we updated the app settings, and I'm going to go ahead and just to be sure, I'm going to stop the web app and I'm going to start it again. And it started again, so it will read the application. So let's go to our web app. It's here, and refresh that as well. So go back to the main page. And here we go, we see no change yet. If we go and search for Visual Studio, for example, here, then you will notice that there is a standard message coming back. There are no results that match your search. We want to change that using app configuration. So let's go and create a setting for app configuration that is consumed by the application, the shop. We will go to the app configuration. And we have the configuration explorer here, and we're going to add a new key value pair. And we need a key that is read by the application and a value and I'm going to be brief, no luck. So let's check this again to see if it's all right. So be sure to check that this is all right. That is the right key that is expected by the application and that you have a value here. And that's nice. So now we should be able to go back to the application and the application should pick up that value. Let's see if that works. So let's display that message again and see if the app has picked up the configuration. And we can see it worked. The app had picked up my very short no luck message. Let's do that now. So we want to have a sale, and for that we're going to switch the sale feature on for our shop, and that's called Sales Weekend. It's the name of the feature. When that feature is set in the central configuration, then our app will display a special sales message. So we need to make sure that this is enabled by checking Enable Feature Flag. The app will read this and display a message. So let's do that. And let's go back to our app. The moment nothing happens, so I'm going to refresh, and upon refresh, because the browser has cached this, if I refresh this, you can see it says all t-shirts are on sale this weekend. So the sales weekend feature is enabled and allows our app to show this special message. So we have seen how to dynamically enable configuration centrally and how to set feature flags so certain features of the applications can be centrally enabled or disabled. Thanks for your attention.